Growing up, my next guests didn't know each other, but they have a lot in common. They come from Chicago's South Side and both easily could have taken the wrong path. They both say that they stayed on a positive track because of a woman who runs an organization out of her home called Kids Off the Block. And they wanted to thank her in a big way. So this is a segment we're calling Thankful. So thankful. Let's say hi to Walter and Joelle. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
I am good. I think we're all hanging in there. The hashtag pandemic problems. But Walter, I'll start with you. So tell me about growing up on the South Side and how you met Diane.
Yeah, sure. Grew up South Side Chicago, born and raised, in a community called Roseland, which is what I call home. And anytime people ask me where I'm from, I take a lot of pride in the community. A lot of loving people, a lot of caring people. But there was also things that distracted us from the positive things of life, like drugs and gangs. And unfortunately, I grew up in a household that was drug infused, where my mother was a drug addict and drug abuser. But about third or fourth grade, I was able to meet Miss Diane. Heard about the program she was starting called Kids Off the Block. And it was an opportunity for us young people to do something productive and to be engaged and to be active and to be exposed to some positive activities other than what we were seeing in the community. And as I began to hear about it, she knew a lot of us wanted to be basketball superstars. So she said, why not buy some basketball rims? And she put them across the street from my house in a vacant lot that was abandoned and nobody was using it. So she allowed us to start to play basketball. Really just to occupy our time and keep us busy. So that was around the time I started to meet her and engage with her. And it's been love ever since.
That's so great that people just invest in their own community, their own kids, like around them. That's so cool. So Joelle, how did you meet Diane?
I met Diane just once again living in Roseland, living in a community that's definitely drug infested, gang infested. I had a lot of friends who either was one way or the other way, whether like you was in a gang or maybe was a user or a dealer. One of the two. I came from a pretty decent household as well, and I knew that there was something more to this neighborhood. I just didn't necessarily know how to get to whatever I knew that was out there for us. And when I was 19, I was introduced to a friend named Ron, and then Ron knew that I rapped, and he was like, "Man, have you ever been like to the studio such and such?" I'm like, "Nah." He was like, "Man, you ain't know, it's a lady who got a studio right down the street from you." And I had no clue. And I ended up going to the studio, and it ended up being like 15 computers around, and then the studio was there as well. Yeah. And I'm like, what's this? And it's a lot of high school kids and that. I'm like, man, are we in the wrong place? And then I seen this lady in the back assisting a few kids, and she was like, "Oh, Joelle," like she already knew who I was. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she gave me this big hug, like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And
she's like, someone invest in you, yeah.
Yeah. So once I started getting there, I started recording a few times, and I started realizing like, oh, this is like a safe haven for kids. And I'm like, I never knew about all this time I was around. I didn't know about this. And then since then, I saw her leadership. I saw the things that she was doing, and thank God for you guys, because I'm like, why is this not being talked about? Like, do people see what she? So ever since I saw it and I started coming the next few times, I was invested. Like, okay, this is what I like to see. This is something different. I never saw this. So,
and I love that you said something earlier that kind of was an innuendo leading to the fact that you knew that you deserved better than what you were seeing. You knew that people in the community deserved better than what they were being shown.
Sure. All the way.
Yeah, so it's amazing. So when is the last time you both saw Diane?
Yeah, I saw Miss Diane about 2 summers ago. I was driving in the neighborhood down Michigan Ave. I'm on the South Side, and just kind of circling the block like I normally do when I was a kid. And I was going in the opposite direction, and I looked to my right. I saw the vacant lot that she has and own now, and I saw the memorial she had that she dedicated to the many lives we lost to gun violence in Chicago. Then I looked to the left, and Miss Diane and her mom and her husband was sitting on the porch, and I immediately bust the U-turn, pulled over, and I just went to her like with open arms. It was the first time I seen her since I left Chicago. And I've seen a lot of the work she was doing on social media, but that was the first time I was able to actually be in her presence. And I felt like a kid all over again. I ran to her, gave her a big hug. She gave me a big kiss. And she would just let me know how proud she was of me. And I too was letting her know how proud I was of her and how supportive I was. And I just thanked her like so many times to let her know I really appreciate everything she had done for me.
Oh, that's so cool. What about you, Joelle?
It's so funny because I got the same story as well. The last time I saw her, it was actually during All-Star Weekend. I was on my way to my mom's house, which she stays probably like 5 minutes away from Miss D. And I look to the right first. I see the basketball. Cause it's just when you drive down that block, you have to look at that. More. Like it's so necessary to look at it first. And then if you know Miss D, you're gonna immediately look to the left and be like, is she sitting on the porch? Because oftentimes she would be on the porch. If it's a sunny day, she'd be on the porch just hanging out. And I saw her and we locked the eyes because I had the window down. She's like, Joelle. I'm like, I'm about to park anyway. You don't even have to call my name. So I parked the car and got out, and then I spoke to her and we just updating on what I was doing. I had a show the next day for All-Star Weekend, so I was just letting her know what I was doing. And she was like, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, no, I'm proud of you. Like, you the reason why me and so many others are trying to do, what we are doing. So before that, though, the last time I was really, really in her presence was during Thanksgiving. She got something that she does every year where she's feeding people, and she got a basketball tournament.
This woman has a heart of gold.
She does.
All right, y'all. Well, we actually have Diane hanging out in our waiting room. She thinks she's joining us to tell us about the program. She has no idea Walter and Joelle are here and that they want to say how thankful they are for all that she's done for them. In 2003, my next guest noticed there were so many kids in her Southside Chicago neighborhood with so little guidance. What started as a plan to help a handful of kids turned into a program that took over her house, her life, and changed the life of thousands of young people. From Kids Off the Block, we have Diane Latiker on the line. Hello, Diane. How you doing?
I'm fine. Oh, my God. How are you?
I'm so excited to talk. I've literally learned so much about you, and I think you have, first of all, just the heart of gold. You are such an amazing human, like someone to live up to as far as character standards are involved. So I have to ask you, Kids Off the Block, so the idea came to you after talking to your daughter and her friends, right?
Yes. I invited her friends into my living room, and I just wanted to find out what did they need, how can I help? Not that I had anything or degrees or anything, but I just wanted to help them, and found out that the gangs were recruiting the boys. They were all failing in school. So I sold our TV. My husband wasn't too pleased, but I sold the TV, and I got used computers and used printers to help them with homework. I got $600 for it. Wow. And that's how it started. The next thing I know, kids that I didn't know were knocking on my door. And in the span of 3 months, 75 kids were in our apartment, day and night.
Wow. Oh, my God. But that just tells you that the need was so there.
I had no idea. I had no idea that all those kids just wanted somewhere in their community to be safe.
How many kids do you think that you've helped since you started Kids Off the Block? You probably probably don't even know the number, really, because the impact you have on people, you don't even know sometimes. But if you had to guess.
Well, we did kind of estimate a year back, and it was over 3,000 that have been through here.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and I was amazed myself because you're in it. You're not thinking about it.
Well, I have a little surprise for you because we have a couple of kids who are part of Kids Off the Block years ago, and they have something to tell you. So this is a part of this segment we're called Thankful. I could not think of a better person to be this symbol for this segment. So this is Thankful. Are you ready to see who it is?
I am.
All right. Walter, Joelle, get on in here.
Yes.
Hey, Miss Diane.
Hey, Joelle.
Walter and Joelle, you each have something you want to share with Diane. So Walter, why don't you go first?
Yes, Miss Diane, just want to say thank you so much for being a pillar in the community, for being an angel sent from above that was placed in Roseland to save my life, to save a lot of my peers' life, and unfortunately we did lose a lot of young guys and girls in our community. But know that the work you have done has not been in vain. And it has allowed me to become the man I am. It has allowed me to invest in the lives of our youth in the community, even here in Madison, Wisconsin. And a lot of kids I work with are from Chicago. So just like the work you're doing in Roseland, I'm doing that same work here and trying to help with the mental health of our babies, so they can replace me, and then so that we can replace the people that come before us, like people like you. So thank you so much. I love you, Miss Diane.
Oh, I love you, Walker.
And I can't wait to come back and give you a big old hug and a kiss.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much.
All right, Joelle, you want to go? Oh my God, I'm bawling. Joelle, go ahead. Just bring it on home.
Miss D, you know, you've been nothing but an inspiration. When I thought that somebody cannot do what you've done in our community, you've helped so many people, you changed so many lives. I never saw that. Don't get me wrong. I came from a household where my parents did what they can, but I never seen somebody do something where it not only affects the household, but it affects everywhere. It affects anybody you met can agree with me that the work that you do has not been in vain. You got people like me, you got people like Walt who just want to keep the legacy going because you have proved that it can happen. You've proved in places that the media may portray as violent and there's no hope for this. You gave us hope.
Y'all gonna have me crying over here.
Oh, I've already been crying. So, I mean, here's the greatest thing, though. I know, Diane, that you did this for not this reason, but the fact that you have impacted so many other kids that grow up and then in their own communities, if they move away or if they stay there, they all, there's that positive domino effect that you've created. Well, Diane, you do such amazing things in your neighborhood. We want to help you keep going strong. So we're going to give Kids Off the Block $5,000 just just to help out in any way. We'd love to be a part of it, and also just have you back on the show too whenever we're in our real studio, and maybe get some more people to show how this has changed their life, because what this is really what we love doing on the show is showcasing what you have done in your community and what people can do in any community. So it's really beautiful seeing this story play out and then seeing the fruit that comes from all this labor and this investing in other humans outside of yourself. So Thank you so much. It's such an honor to have you on the show, Diane. And I mean, gosh, Joelle, Walter, y'all are doing amazing, incredible things too in your ways as well. So thank y'all for all that you do. And Diane also has a book coming out next month, and you'll have to get it. It's called Kids Off the Block, The Inspiring True Story of One Woman's Quest to Protect Chicago's Most Vulnerable Youth. You've got to check this book out. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Please don't make me keep going.